Hi there, Sandra here. I'm doing a card today and it's a nice easy one to make, but just for a change I'm going to put a large vinyl decal on the front of the card. I've cut it out from a sample of Siser vinyl that I have, PSV, pressure sensitive, so not the heat transfer in this particular case. And I've got a piece of heat transfer backing. Flatten that one down a bit. And the other stars that I have on there I can put on manually. That's not a problem. This star is actually a separate star. However, when I was weeding, I should have been taking more care of what I was weeding, and I dug my pokey tool into the main line of the Y rather than the hole. So I made a bit of a mess of it and I've just put a star over it. It will be fine. So the next bit I have are these peculiar looking shapes, and I'm going to fold them in half like so. Now I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but I've got a sort of bluey teal fade on these pieces and it looks quite pretty. What I need to do is to stick them back to back. Here is the finished article when it's done, and I've only done 6 pieces. You can do more if you want, but bear in mind it contributes to the bulk and you may not like that. So you don't want to close it up, you want to leave the backs open there. So they are just stuck together. I used a glue stick because that was the easiest thing to use for something like this. Now I can show you the inside of the card. Now you probably won't be able to see this very easily because of the light, but this has got a pink fade on the outside of it. It's not pure white. I know it looks it most probably, but it isn't. And this is going to be the skirt of my little mouse. Now, the top part of her dress is not outlined. I wasn't sure whether it was going to be necessary to outline it or not. And I think what I might do is get a silver pen and make it into a little silver top rather than a white one. Right, I made a mess of that. I chose the wrong type of pen and it looks terrible. So what I've done is I manually cut, I couldn't be bothered to switch my cutting machine on, I manually cut a little bit of silver glitter PSV and I'm going to put that in place instead. Right. One side at a time. So open up the card, make sure you got it up the correct way, that always helps. Center it as well as you can. I think that will do fine. There we go, that's in. And then you glue this side and then fold shut. And it's pretty obvious where that goes. So you want to have the card halfway open, like so. Stick it down and then put glue on the other side. So here's my finished card. I just added some sparkly pen dots on the front, haven't gone overboard there. And on the inside I've added a couple of little extras. I had these flowers cut out already. Now if you're wondering about the flower design, it's actually a font that I coloured in, but don't ask me which one because I can't remember. But any little flowers that you got hanging around would do the job nicely. And I added some silver pen patterns to the skirt of the dress as well. I've also added a drawn in little wand, but the file does contain a print for a wand included. It's in a layer of its own, so if you don't want the wand, then just don't add it to the print. But the idea is you can have it in place and you can print it if that's what you want to do. So it's a very fun card, a little bit of an extra special surprise inside, even though the outside looks relatively simple. That's it for today. I hope you like it. I'll see you again soon. Take care now.